While some athletes may want to target a specialty bar to match one specific style of lifting, multi-purpose bars like the Rep Fitness Colorado bar are typically the way to go for most home gym owners since they can be used across all of your lifts. This bar is available in 20 and 15 kilograms. It comes in 2 different finishes. The knurling is super grippy, and there's composite bushings in the loading sleeves that provide a really solid rate of spin. It's one of my favorite barbells on the market right now, so hang tight, y'all. We got a lot to talk about today in this review. What's up? It's Jake, back in the BarBend garage gym, and for today's video, I've got the Rep Fitness Colorado bar in for review. Now, if you don't know how this whole process works, in this video today, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about this bar. We're gonna talk about the price, we're gonna talk about some features and what it's made of. We're also gonna talk about some things I like and maybe might not be too crazy about. We're also gonna talk about who should or maybe should not add this to their home gym. Now, let's pump the brakes for a second before I start doing all of that. We reviewed a whole lot of barbells on barbend.com. We went ahead and made a best list of everything that we've tested. So if you want to check that out, all you got to do is search BarBend, best barbells, and you can find out for yourself which ones we like the best. Okay, so let's talk about some pros and cons with the Rep Fitness Colorado bar. I think we got to talk about versatility first when it comes to these pros. You know, versatility is a really important feature in my opinion with all home gym equipment, and that's really what is the main selling point with this bar right here. You can do all of your lifts, whether you're wanting to power clean, deadlift, whatever it is, you can do that with this barbell. And that's going to save you money from having to go and purchase a power bar and an Olympic bar. Speaking of saving money, this is actually pretty competitively priced considering the overall quality of it, which is obviously a really nice thing right here. Now, the knurling right here is moderate, which is nice as you're going to do those power cleans, hang cleans, clean and jerk, whatever it is you're wanting to do. But it's also grippy enough to where you don't feel compromised as you're going to do your deadlifts and your bench presses, which is primo right there. It's also available in 20 and 15 kilograms. If you're looking for a smaller, lighter bar, you can definitely find that right there. And the composite bushings are really nice in my opinion. Yes, they provide a really solid rate of spin. They're gonna last you longer than bronze or brass bushings will, probably longer than some bearings will as well, but they're also quieter, especially compared to the brass and bronze bushings. Whenever you drop this bar, one of the first things I noticed was that it almost sounded like a dead bounce, which is a nice thing right there, especially if you have neighbors that are in close proximity of you. And then when it comes to those cons, in my opinion, I just mentioned it is competitively priced, but for somebody who doesn't want to spend over $300 on a barbell, you can find some for $200. Now, I know it's only $120 difference, but that can kind of free up a little bit of money for a weight bench, maybe adjustable kettlebell system or dumbbells or some extra weight plates, really whatever it is that can save you a little bit of money. And then also it's not going to be the best at any one lift. Yeah, you can do it, you can use it for all of them, but when it comes to people who are a dedicated power lifter, or CrossFitter, or Olympic lifter, you're definitely going to want to go after a specialty bar. So when it comes to money, remember this bar is available in 20 and 15 kilograms, and it comes in 2 different finishes. So let's talk about the 20 kilogram bar first. This hard chrome version is going to run you right around $320. That Cerakote version is going to be around $330. That 15 kilogram bar, the hard chrome's around $270, and the Cerakote's about $280. Shipping is free, which is something that I think is really nice with Rep Fitness. They do that with all their stuff, and that's just really nice. You don't have to pay extra money just to get something delivered to you. Now, when it comes to comparing this bar to the rest of the market, honestly, I think this is a really solid price tag in my opinion. Now, I know I mentioned just a minute ago that you can find a barbell for about $100 cheaper and kind of create some more wiggle room within your budget and add more equipment to your home gym. That's still true. If you need to do that, want to do that, definitely go for it. But all honesty, this is a really solid price tag, especially compared to other similar bars on the market. This is really high quality. And to be honest with you, I think Rep could be charging even more money for this bar, $100, $150 more if they wanted to. So at the end of the day, it's a really solid price tag. So let's talk about how Rep constructed this bar. I want to talk about the 20 kilogram bar first. So it's going to be 86.6 inches long with 16-inch loading sleeves and a diameter of 28.5 millimeters. Now with that 15 kilogram bar, that's going to be 79 inches long with 12.4-inch loading sleeves and a 25 millimeter diameter. All right, so once again, it does come in this hard chrome, which is, more resistant to rust and corrosion than standard chrome, but you can also go for the Cerakote version, which is going to be a step above, and that's going to be really nice. Plus, with that Cerakote version, it has Duracoat loading sleeves. Now, just a quick explanation of what Duracoat is. It's basically a chemical process that Rep has been using, and it's going to basically, make the sleeves more resilient to wear and tear and corrosion and everything than this chrome is. Basically, it's just gonna make it tougher in general, which is a nice thing. That's a really nice thing right there. Now, regardless of which bar you go for, they're gonna have a max weight capacity of 1,500 pounds and a tensile strength rating of 190,000 PSI. Now, 1,500 pounds, that's plenty, I think, for pretty much every single athlete. Now that tensile strength rating, that is really gonna, come into effect for people who are really lifting elite level numbers, right? So tensile strength, if you don't know, it's gonna tell you how hard a barbell is, how much punishment it can handle, I guess I should say. 190,000, that's gonna be plenty for most people. Now, like I said, if you are lifting some elite, crazy eye-popping numbers, you might want to go after something, the 210 to 230 range. So definitely keep that in mind. Now, the knurling right here is really nice in my opinion, especially considering it is hard chrome. So typically, a bar that has, some type of coating, it's going to be a little slippery compared to a stainless steel bar. I don't consider that to be the case right here. I just have a really solid grip when I'm doing all of my lifts. You also have your dual knurl markings right here. So if you don't know what these are, inner ones are by International Powerlifting Federation, outer ones International Weightlifting Federation, and that's really just going to help you get that identical and ideal hand placement for your specific lifts. With the loading sleeves, they are smooth. Now, a lot of times with multi-purpose bars, you'll find a grooved pattern right there, and that's to help keep those weight plates in their original positioning. Especially whenever you're going to do any lift, where you're dropping the bar, and it's going to prevent those weights from sliding down. So, since it doesn't have that, you're definitely going to want to toss on some weight collars, which you should anyways, just for your own protection. And then, with these composite bushings, I think that's a really nice touch. It gives you a really solid rate of spin, when you're going to do those Olympic and CrossFit style lifts. But it's going to last longer as well compared to bronze or brass bushings. But also, the main thing for me right here is how quiet it is when you drop your barbell. And just hang tight. I'm going to break that down in just a second. All right, so I just want to, highlight some things with this bar up close for you guys. And we're going to start with the end cap here and move our way down. The attention to detail right here is just really nice. Look at the detail! Oh! I think that's really cool when you get Colorado and state colors and everything. If you ever need to, take the loading sleeves off and re-lubricate them or anything like that, snap rings right here, you can easily do that. It's a really nice touch. Now, you don't have any grooves on these loading sleeves. I personally don't have an issue with that. You're skipping out on that zip noise whenever you load and unload plates, which can be pretty annoying for some people. But since you don't have those grooves, the chances of your plates, sliding down the sleeves are definitely increased. So you definitely, just want to toss on some weight collars, and you should anyways. Now, these composite bushings are going to provide, a really solid rate of spin. It's not, it's not going to spin as much as, say, an Olympic bar that has, ball bearings, but that's okay with a bar like this. Definitely gets the job done, and you're able to use it, with your powerlifting movements as well. Now, let's move on a little further. I'm going to step in the rack here. The grip is really nice right here. I don't know if you can tell or not, but, we haven't had this bar too terribly long. I mean, it's a brand new barbell that Rep just came out with, right? So it's really relatively new, and handful of uses, whatever. You can actually see in here where, I've had some dead skin come off. That might be kind of gross, but that just shows you, how grippy this barbell really is. Now, it's not gonna tear your hands up. It's still pretty moderate at the end of the day, but that's just a good testament to, how good of a grip you're gonna get as you're working out. And obviously, you do have your IWF and IPF knurl markings right here. That way you're able to get, identical hand placement and, everything like that. Now, you don't have a center knurl right here. That's pretty much standard, I guess you could say, with multi-purpose bars. Now with a powerlifting bar, that's gonna have, a pretty abrasive knurling right here, and that's to help keep that barbell on your back whenever you're going to do, your back squats. And sometimes with Olympic bars, you'll have, a small, very, very light, cross-hatching knurling pattern right there, just to help keep that bar on your chest during those Olympic style lifts. That's not the case here, so you do miss out on a little bit of grip, but at the end of the day, it's not that bad. And then I wanna, show you guys these composite bushings down here. And honestly, they're really nice. So the big thing here is that they're gonna, last longer than bronze or brass bushings, but they're also quieter overall. Sometimes with barbells, you can kind of hear everything as it spins, I guess that makes sense. But also whenever you drop it, this bar is a lot quieter than some other ones. So let's go ahead and toss some weight on here and show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so I tossed some weight on here really quick. As I said, this is just gonna take a second. Just wanna kind of give you guys, my impressions with this bar. So we're gonna go ahead and do a hang clean really quick. That spin feels really nice. And I know it bounced all over the place just then. And you might not be able to really tell, but compared to other, multi-purpose bars and anything that uses, bushings, it's actually a little bit more of a dull sound, which is really nice. And also, those composite bushings right there, they're really nice. I got a really solid spin with that bar. Because remember, whenever you're going to do any type of lift like that, the bar right here is actually what's spinning, and not the sleeves. So overall, pretty impressed. All right, now this barbell is gonna be great for anybody who's looking for a competitively priced bar. It's also really high quality. Remember, it's about 320 bucks, which is a pretty solid deal in my opinion. Now, also, designed to be the only barbell that you need in your home gym. So if you're not wanting to, purchase multiple bars, save a little bit of money, that way you can incorporate powerlifting and Olympic style lifting, you can definitely do that with this bar right here. It's meant to be that one bar, jack of all trades bar, it can do it all. And also, if you're looking for a smaller size barbell, remember this is also available in 15 kilograms. Now on the flip side, really the only reason, in my opinion, somebody may not want to purchase this bar is because, you're a dedicated powerlifter or, an Olympic CrossFit style lifter, and you're looking for a specialty bar that can handle those specific style of lifts. This has characteristics, traits, whatever you want to call it, of both styles of barbells, which is why you can do all of those lifts, but it's not going to be the best at any one given lift, right? So definitely just keep that in mind. Well, that's a wrap on today's review over the Rep Fitness Colorado bar. Remember, if you're a dedicated lifter, on one end of the spectrum, this may not be the best option for you, but if you're looking for, a bar that can serve as the only one you need in your home gym, it's competitively priced and it's really high quality, I think this is a really solid contender. Thanks for watching, y'all. I hope this video was really helpful and I was able to tell you everything you need to know about this barbell. As always, keep your eyes peeled for my next video. For now, head over to barbend.com because we have a full written article about this barbell. I definitely think you should check that out. All you gotta do is search BarBend Rep Fitness Colorado Bar Review. It's gonna pull right up for you. You can go over all the details, every single thing we discussed here today. I'll catch y'all next time.